Put the process, not the person, on a pedestal. Here's one of the secrets that many speakers fail to understand. When you lift yourself up, you let your audience down. Think about that. If you just talk about success after success after success, what do you think your audience is going to think about you? They'll probably think, well, this person is a little full of himself, or worse, this person is special. That's why I often tell speakers that the quickest way to connect with your audience is to share your failures, flaws, your frustrations, and your firsts. But you can still share your successes if you build up the process instead of yourself. If they think you're special, what does that do to their motivation? I'll tell you what it does. It kills it. Kills it. Why? Because they say to themselves, well, of course these tools work for him. He's special. But surely they're not going to work for someone like me. As a speaker, the absolute last thing you want to come across is special. Instead, you want them to think that you are similar. So take a look at this clip and see if you can see how, even though I do share a success, I lift up the process instead of myself. Here we go.
Now, yell some things out that you came up with. What were some of the things you just discussed? Yell it out. Go ahead.
Speak to one, look to all.
Now is not the time for silence is golden. Say again.
Speak to one, look to all.
Speak to one, but look to all. I can't tell you how big of a difference this will make. I gave a presentation to 4,000 people at a graduation recently in Ohio. Somebody emailed me afterwards and said, I felt like you were speaking directly to me. Not because of me, but because of the process. Speak to one, look to all.
Welcome back. Now, in that clip, I shared a success, right? But I made sure they knew the success was not because I was some special person, but because I had a special process, which was to speak to one and look to all. So you'll hear me say a few times in a speech, there's nothing special about me, but there's something very special about this process, or that formula, or this tool. So let's take another look at me taking myself off of any pedestal my audience has put me on, and instead, I'm lifting up the process. Here we go.
And I left. And that very year, I spoke over 160 times in 44 states and 5 countries. I'm happy to say I've been running my mouth ever since. But there's nothing special about me. There's something very special about the advice my wife gave me. No matter how good you are at what you do, don't let that good get in the way of your best. And no matter where you are in your life at this very moment, no matter what you're going through, remember the words of my wife, your dream is not for sale. Your dream is not for sale.
Welcome back. You heard it again, right? There's nothing special about me. Now, you don't have to use that same phrase, but you do need to make sure that your audience knows they can do it too, if they follow your process. They need to know that your process will work for them. So if your process is, let's say, imagination, make sure you lift up imagination instead of having your audience think you were born great. Again, one way to take yourself off the pedestal is to share your failures and flaws. However, even when you do share your successes, as long as you let your audience know that the process was the reason for your success, they'll feel like they can do it too. And you know what? They can. Put the process, not the person, on a pedestal.